I was mentioning to you that we have similar projects that everybody works on, so it makes much more impact. So we have a world project, and then we have a different federation, and ours is Great Britain and Ireland. Then when they all come together, I mean, it really does make an impact, and they last for at least 2 years. And you get all the different countries bringing in different aspects, all sorts of things. They did one thing in Latin America that you might be interested in as a world project. And that was, I believe it was in the Andes. They were doing marvellous weaving, but they hadn't really got the know-how of what was going to be wanted from the market.
Not the commercial one.
You know. So they helped them getting designs that would really sell.
That's amazing.
And that completely took off. That was very good. And then they did a big thing with wells in part of India. And because the women were having to carry water so far, so they built, sunk, you should say, I suppose, wells in places which meant that the women didn't have so far to go and didn't have to spend half the day going back and forth for water. No. But what they did, I think, was such a good idea, was at each well they built a school.
Wow.
For the women who came, so that they could have their education either started or continued. And it wasn't hard for them to get away to do it because they were getting the water, weren't they? If there'd been opposition to them going to school as adults, they weren't going to oppose them going to the well. But that's the sort of thing they do. Then they've done some things with other organisations, like Rotary. They did, the big vaccination thing that has been tremendously influential. It's great when you go to one of the big conferences and people get up and see what they've done locally, It really starts locally.